This is where it always goes wrong. These corners are so finicky, but it ended up turning out so good.
There's something special about taking an everyday or an ordinary item and adding something to it just to make it a little bit more fun and bring that smile to your face. Today's project is all about that. This is one of the projects that I did, I don't know, 15 years ago. And we were taking it back into this decade, I guess, and updating it. And it is just taking an ordinary butter dish and making it cute and just brings a smile to your face when you open it up and use your butter to butter your toast in the morning. My name is Alicia. I'm from thriftychic.com. Join me as I recreate this thrift store butter dish. I'm going to share with you some fails so you don't do it on your own, and some little extra tips on how to make it look a little bit more not so thrift story. So grab your supplies and let's get crafting.
All right, first stop is the thrift store, and I found this really cute butter dish. It was like $1.50, I think. Next stop is my kitchen table, and I have these beautiful napkins that I love to use. I cut out the flowers, and now I am just taking off the top ply of each of the cutouts, and I am going to go put it on this butter dish. But this tape is like ridiculous. It is the stickiest stuff ever. So I have an extra step and an extra little tip on here for you. At this point, I realize it's from Threshold, so it probably sold for at least $8 or $10 itself, maybe even a little bit more. I put some alcohol on here to get rid of the sticky residue. I keep some alcohol in just a little spray, and it rubbed off like a dream. So anyway, there's a good bonus tip for you. Now, the actual next step is to add these little motifs or appliques or whatever you want to call them onto the butter dish. It was a little tricky with the butter dish because there's so many like rounded corners and edges. I just used some matte Mod Podge on directly onto the dish itself and placed the first piece on there, laying it over, making sure that like where the corner was, that it wasn't going to crease. And also just a tip, do not add a lot. Do the lightest layer that you can get away with. Otherwise it will wrinkle. And that's usually how you get wrinkles showing, which isn't super fun and great for the end project or end product. So real quick, fast forward to adding all of the rest of the motifs on this part. So as you can see, I just kind of played around with what I had available. This napkin is so pretty, but it also is kind of tricky with the cutouts. And so having to work with what I have in that case, since there's really only really beautiful flowers on the edges. Otherwise, I had to like cut out a certain way in order to get the other ones. And another tip on here, if you ever find like a weird blank spot, just cut out a little tiny portion of the napkin and fill in that blank spot. And that really makes the biggest difference sometimes where it's like there's something missing on here, and then all of a sudden there's it looks good, right? And so I usually do a little bit, step away, do a little bit more, step away, see what's missing, see what needs to be placed on here, etc., etc. And so these corners were so hard. So playing around with the different sizes was helpful. So making sure that you have enough things cut out is always super helpful. And always make sure as well that you have the top ply. Otherwise, these will just come off later. Once that was dry, my next step was to add the ceiling, quote unquote ceiling, on the top layer of Mod Podge. And so I added a decent layer on here. I didn't go as light as the first layer, but light enough. And there it is, finally dried, so pretty. Here is the next step. I went in and grabbed all these handles that I thought might look good for this. And some of them were a total miss. Some of them were good. And so I had to decide, like this one, I was like, yeah, this one's actually pretty cute. And then I saw this one. I loved the shape of this one. I thought it was really pretty and thought it would look good on there too. And so I decided that that's probably the one I'm going with. I just used some super glue on this and it stayed. I'm sure there's some stronger adhesive glue that you can use, but this worked actually pretty good for me. And then I just put it right back on there. I wanted this still to be able to be used. Obviously, I won't really wash it on the top, although they do make dishwasher safe, Mod Podge. I haven't heard great things about it, but you could totally do that. Anyway, I think it turned out so pretty. It looks great here. It added that perfect floral element that and pattern that these shelves were missing. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Check back often for more do-it-yourself and decor videos or visit me at thriftyandchic.com.